Mastering the past participle in irregular English verbs. Hello, language learners. Today, we're going to dive into an important yet sometimes confusing aspect of English grammar: the past participle forms of irregular verbs. We're going to learn how to understand and use these forms correctly. Remember, mastering these verbs will help you unlock more advanced English structures. A past participle is a type of verb form that typically ends in ed for regular verbs, like worked, played, or danced. But here's where it gets interesting. With irregular verbs, the past participle forms don't follow this ed pattern. They have unique forms. Some examples include seen, written, gone, and drunk. These unique forms might seem random, but with practice, you'll get the hang of them. Understanding the past participle forms of irregular verbs is all about recognition and memorization. There isn't a shortcut here, but don't worry. We're going to use some strategies to make this task manageable. 1. List making. The first thing you should do is make a list of common irregular verbs and their past participle forms. This is a great reference tool that you can keep coming back to. 2. Practice. Use these irregular verbs in sentences. The more you use them, the more familiar you'll become with their forms. 3. Pattern recognition. Some irregular verbs do follow patterns in their past participle forms. For example, verbs like begin, drink, and sing change their middle vowel in the past participle to u or un. Begun, drunk, sung. Identifying these patterns can help you remember the forms. The past participle isn't just for talking about the past. We often use the past participle in a variety of situations, including 1. Perfect tenses. We use the past participle to form present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect tenses. For example, I have seen the movie, she had gone before I arrived. They will have finished the project by Friday. 2. Passive voice. We use the past participle to construct sentences in the passive voice. For example, the cake was eaten. The letter was written by John. The match will be played next Sunday. 3. Adjectives. We can also use past participles as adjectives to describe something. For example, a broken window, a written letter, a cooked meal. Remember, the key to mastering the past participle forms of irregular verbs is consistent practice and use. And that's it for today's lesson on understanding the past participle forms of irregular verbs. I hope this video was helpful and that you feel more confident in your English grammar skills. Remember, practice makes perfect. So, keep practicing these verbs, and soon you'll be using them effortlessly in your everyday conversations. Happy learning!